Congratulations on your marriage, Liz. Thank you for taking me out to that wonderful restaurant to allow me to celebrate it with you guys. Did you have a good time as well?
Huh? What made you think that place was wonderful to you? If you were wanting to go to a place like that, we should have been better off just going to a fast food joint.
I see. Did the food there not really meet your standards or something? I heard from Fred that you really like your French cuisine and the sort.
That's true. I do love me some French cooking. Every weekend I'm going out to eat at all different kinds of French restaurants in town. And that's why I was able to tell that today's place was so low in terms of quality. I'm a bit disappointed by that, actually. You really did a great job taking me to such an awful place to celebrate my marriage with your son.
What?
Not only does it have 0 Michelin stars, but it's also got so few reviews about it online. You wanted to celebrate your son's marriage, right? You wanted to treat us to some very tasty foods, right? Well then, maybe you should have been taking us to a better restaurant than that one.
So you really weren't into that restaurant at all? I made sure to splurge on that place for the both of you. That was the kind of place where the prices were all close to 3 digits for each course.
Huh? Food on that level was all that expensive? Not only was the flavor weak, but all the ingredients felt cheap. Saying that every dish and course was close to 3 digits in price for that? Tell me, August, what kind of food are you normally eating every day?
What?
Taking your daughter-in-law out to a place like that to celebrate means you have no sense at all, I'm afraid. I was so looking forward to where we'd be going today. I heard from both Fred and you that you had such a fantastic place reserved for all of us to go eat at. And in order to be ready for such fine dining, I made sure to go out and buy new clothing for the event. Well, now that it's all gone to waste, I'm a bit pissed off.
Hey now.
From here on out, don't ever invite me to any of your cheap dinners again, alright? I hate going out to eat with senseless people like you. Your son happens to be a very stellar director in his office, so it's a bit shocking to find out that his mother has really been this low level of a person this whole time.
Calling me low level as a person is a bit mean, Liz. I was just wanting to celebrate your guys' marriage was all today. And that's why I was really looking forward to this restaurant I'd reserve. I'm sorry that the food wasn't your taste, but you don't have to start picking on me because of that.
Shut up, you stupid old hag. If you wanted to make me happy, then you should have taken me somewhere that was actually good.
Did you just call me a stupid old hag?
But someone like you can never take me somewhere good, right? After all, the only places I ever go out to eat are those with Michelin stars, or those that have very famous chefs working in them. There's no way someone like you knows about a restaurant like that, which I'd actually be able to enjoy. Well, thank you so much for the absolutely disgusting food you took me out to eat today. Don't ever invite me out to eat with you again, please.
I'm so sorry, Fred. It seems that the place I reserved for us to eat at today wasn't good enough for Liz. I didn't do enough research, it seems.
What are you talking about, Mom? I loved that restaurant you took us to. It was so much fun being able to eat in a restaurant as fancy as that one for once.
My, so you happen to love it there, right?
Not just love it, though. That place has a chef working in it who has never been on any form of media before, because he's just that famous, right? He's worked at, I believe, 5 different Michelin star restaurants before, and is considered one of the best chefs of all time. I heard that he'd gone and retired last year, but to see him working there today...
I heard that after he had retired, he went and opened one last restaurant. That one, in secret. I'm glad that you're so happy about that.
Thank you so much for taking us to such an amazing place, Mom. I'm never gonna forget about what you did for us today.
If that's how happy you were with my choice today, then I'm going to remember this forever, just like you. But it's too bad that that place's food wasn't enough for someone like Liz. If I could, I'd love to get a second chance to take her somewhere better. But she told me to never invite her out to eat ever again.
You don't have to worry about Liz. She knows nothing about actual good cooking and never will.
What?
She doesn't actually care about the food, she just cares about the atmosphere, and that's all. If the place isn't good enough for her Instagram photos, then she'll call the food disgusting and whatnot. I bet if I told her about who the chef was of our meal today, she'd do a 180 and start to praise the place.
But she told me that she's always going out to Michelin star restaurants, right? Perhaps that has led her tongue astray?
That's what I thought as well, but it seems that I was mistaken. I mean, right now even, she's in the living room eating McGuire's.
What? After a course meal, she's eating fast food?
I can't believe it either, actually. It's not that I'm hating on McGuire's or anything, but this just can't be. For someone who's always judging all these fancy, stellar restaurants all the time, she really doesn't know a thing about taste. I'm disappointed in her, to say the least. Now I'm wondering what the hell the point is of spending close to $5,000 a month on food.
She's spending $5,000 a month on going out to eat alone? I understand that you have a very good job right now and everything, Fred. But she can't be spending that kind of money going out to eat all the time.
Well, it's not just her, but myself as well. I really enjoy using some of the money I work my butt off for, and using it for great meals is one way. And one of the reasons I married Liz in the first place is because I thought it was cool how much she loved going out to eat at all these high dining restaurants. But to think there was another side to all of it. In the end, she was never going out to those places because she had good taste or anything, but just a waste of money for a good picture to post on Instagram.
Hey now, don't think about it too much, alright? Perhaps today's course really didn't meet her expectations, and that's why she needed the fast food. Everyone has specific tastes, right?
I understand that, Mom.
Either way, today was supposed to be about celebrating the two of you and your marriage. But now I'm feeling really bad for letting your wife down. So, as a way of saying I'm sorry, should I prepare her a gift or something?
A gift?
How about a room in a high-rise apartment building? You told me before that you both have been looking for a place to move into, right? I am willing to give you both this condo I've been living in as a present.
You're giving us your place? Hold it right there, Mom. Why would you ever offer something like that? You think I'm going to allow you to give us something so expensive? When did you go out and buy yourself a condo like that?
I didn't buy it. Rather, your dad left it for me after he passed away.
What? Did Dad have something like that in his will?
You went and told me to take everything in the will without reading it. So of course you never knew about this. Well, it just so happens that your dad held a condo in this building the whole time I'd been with him. And not just that, but he also had stocks in a lot of major trades.
Seriously? This is the first time I'm hearing about him having so much. For someone who was so stingy about spending money, when did he ever go out to get a place like that and buy stocks?
Seems your dad was stingy because he knew what he was doing with his money. But because he was such a serious man, he also made sure to never overspend, especially on himself. From what his lawyer has said to me, he bought this condo wanting to someday move into with me, but he never had the time to do that before his passing.
That kind of sounds like Dad. And when it comes to you, you're still living a very simple life, aren't you? Because of that, I just assumed he didn't really leave much behind for you.
Well, you had that wrong, because he left me with so much that I'm not sure what all to do with it. And that is why right now, I'm trying to figure out what all is remaining that he left me with.
And why would you want us to have that condo now?
I was coming around to wanting to sell the place anyway, you see. So if I can, I'd rather just give it to you both as a present than trying to sell it in this market. It's very open in design, and the interior is very elegant considering it's close to 30 years old now. If you're fine with the offer, would you take it as a gift from me?
If you were just going to get rid of it anyway, I suppose I'll have to. We have been struggling to find a place to move into anyway, so this really helps both Liz and I.
Then I'm going to get to work handing this place over to you guys.
Thank you so much, Mom. But considering you'll be giving us a condo as a present, you don't have to give us anything when it comes time for the wedding, all right?
Are you sure? Because I still plan on giving you both some money as well at the wedding, regardless if you took the condo or not.
I'm really happy to hear that, but as your son, I cannot allow you to give us anything else. As a man, having to receive all these things from my mom makes me feel a bit childish. I already appreciate everything you've done for me and do not require anything more.
If that's how you really feel, then I'll refrain from giving any more. I'll see you soon then, Fred. When I finish up with most of the paperwork, I'll give you a call.
This can't be happening. As the mother of the groom, all you're going to be giving us is $1,000? How dare you give us such an embarrassingly low amount of money?
What?
The wedding just ended, and I made a dash for all the gifts to see what you'd given us. And finding that you'd only put a check for $1,000 in there is beyond okay. As the mother of the groom, you should have handed us at least $10,000.
I'm sorry, but that amount was decided on by your husband.
Yeah, I heard about all that already. You originally didn't want to give us any money at all.
What?
But after being talked into place by him, you got some money together for us, right? However, a mere $1,000?
I can see that there is a very large misunderstanding here. The gift for your wedding was more than just $1,000. But Fred told me to not even hand you guys a penny for the wedding today. I was never going to do that to both, though. So at the end of our conversation, he agreed to me giving you guys $1,000. Did you not hear from him about how I had already given you that condo as part of your wedding gift?
Huh? The condo is a gift from you. I heard zip about that. Now you stop trying to lie to me about your gift right now.
What?
Why would we have taken a condo from you, of all people? He was the one that brought the place for us, and soon we'll be moving into that condo to start our new life together as a married couple.
He bought his own condo for you both, even though I'd already given you guys one?
You really think I'm going to believe that you gave us a condo? For someone who doesn't even have the sense to pick out a good restaurant for us to celebrate at, there's no way. You're nothing but a poor old hag.
Poor old hag?
An idiotic, tasteless, and senseless old hag who has never gone to a decent restaurant before. I was never really expecting much from you to begin with, honestly. But I didn't think you were so poor that you couldn't even afford to give us $10,000 today. And now you're showing me your true colors by trying to lie your way out of this mess. What an absolute lowlife bitch you are. I'm going to cut ties to someone like you.
Excuse me?
Don't make such a sad lie about giving us a condo as a gift like the one you just made. Today I'm cutting a moneyless hag like you out of my life.
Are you really sure that's a good idea?
Get the hell out of my life, you stingy old hag. I don't care about someone who has no sense for anything and no money.
And I don't care for a violent and shallow wife. We only just finished our wedding today, but it's already time for the divorce now, I can see.
Huh?
I'll go and gather the divorce papers tomorrow, and I don't want to see your face anymore today, so I'm gonna stay with my mom tonight at her place. We can get together tomorrow to talk about the divorce.
Wait a second. Wait, is this you, Fred?
Yeah? Your husband, who you had only just had a wedding with not too long ago today? I was told by my mom that after the wedding we had some important things to talk about, so I went to her place. Then as we were just about to start talking, you began to text her about all of this in front of my very own eyes. You really went and did it this time, calling my mom a stingy and poor old hag, as well as a bitch and such, and an idiotic hag. What the hell happened to you before that allows you to say such things to your own husband's mother?
I had no option, all right? Your mom went and gave us a mere $1,000 for our wedding today. Most parents give at least $10,000 to the married couple. But to see she had only given us $1,000, And then she started to tell me all this bullcrap about how she had given us a condo as a gift.
My mom never lies, though, which means that she really did set you and I up with a condo for our wedding gift.
What?
But you know what? Screw it. I'm giving it back to her now. That's why I'm here at her place now, ready to do just that. I thought it was time to give her something back that you obviously don't want.
Oh, wait a minute. What do you mean we were given a condo? Did your mom really give us a condo for the wedding?
She sure did. Seems that my now deceased dad had a lot of money and such before he'd passed away. And this condo was given to my mom after he was gone, and she said she'd be giving it to us now.
What?
That's why I told her we wouldn't need any money or anything at the wedding. She was already giving us such a beautiful and expensive place, and I couldn't let her give us anything else. I would feel like a terrible son taking anything else from her, to be honest with you. But of course, my mom, being the angel that she is, still wanted to bring us a little something. And that's why she gave us a check for $1,000.
What the hell? I never heard anything about that before. To think that she'd even have a condo to give us in the first place is crazy. To think she would even be living in one this whole time is even more crazy to me.
I explained all of this to you before, though, but you just sat there acting like a dumbass, letting all of what I had said go in one ear and out the other.
What?
When my mom had given me the key to the place, I went and took you there with me. You and I went there 1 month ago to the place right next to the subway station, right?
What? That wasn't just us taking a look at the place you were interested in. I thought you wanted to have a look at it to see you wanted to buy that place or not. I thought you were there looking at it because you wanted to get us a place to live in after the wedding.
That's what it seemed like. You were acting like all of that was just a viewing and nothing more. I told you all about how I was being given the place by my mom, yet you sat there the day we went and took a look, acting like it was nothing more than a viewing. And the worst thing about all of that was how you went around the place we were being given as a gift and complained about every little thing. Things like it being pretty open, but all of the trim and doors being made of cheap woods. And about how you wanted a brand new place right in front of the station, or else you wouldn't take it. I don't understand how you could be saying that when the place my mom was giving us is worth more than any of the other buildings in the area. Sure, the place isn't brand new, but it's very well furnished and is the kind of condo where the price of it will never fall below $600,000 now. I tried so hard during the time we went to visit the place just how immaculate and beautiful the place was, yet every time I made a comment, you'd shoot it down with a negative one. You said only a brand new tower would look good on Instagram, and that was your BS reason for why, as we walked out of there, you said you wouldn't let me buy the place.
I was...
Hearing you always talk about how things need to look good on Instagram has driven me up the wall. I'm fed up with your shallow character, honestly. I don't want some kind of a basic woman like you to live in a place with as much character as my mom's condo. And that's why I'm giving it back to her, and have bought you a brand new condo right next to that station.
What?
I feel so sorry for my mom, but she can have her place back now. I never wanted to tell my mom before about how you didn't want her apartment and was going to do it today because the wedding was over with. But when coming over to have that talk with her and hand the place back, you started to text her. What the actual hell is all of this, Liz? Do you have any idea just how rude you've been to my goddamn mom today? I really am done with your crap now. I cannot be married to someone as out of line as you are. I'm asking you, please let us get this divorce.
You're lying, right? We only just had the wedding today, yet now you want a divorce? Fred, could you please calm down before saying things like that?
I'm actually pretty calm right now. I just don't love you anymore. Not an ounce of love is left in my heart for someone like you.
What?
I really enjoyed spending my hard-earned money on things that I liked, like good food and some other hobbies. And seeing as you also enjoyed going out to eat fine courses and such, I thought you and I would have the same ethics when it came to money. But once you and I married, you changed. You started to use all of my money on yourself instead of your own hard-earned savings. And then you started to whine and moan about how you wanted to use my mom's money the exact same way. Seeing you complain not once but 3 times about the money my mom had used on you was enough for me.
You're joking, right? We only just got married, so there's no way. Don't start joking with me about how you no longer love me anymore. Just today you told me how pretty I looked in my dress, right?
Well, you're not pretty to me anymore. I already went through all the photos I took today at our wedding and deleted them.
What?
If I could, I'd forget about the memories I have of the wedding as well. I mean, I didn't really care for it to begin with, since we'd already been married at the courthouse and didn't need all of this. I'm just done now. I don't mind that you changed a bit after getting married, and your views on things like money changed a bit. But when you started to call my mom an old hag and a bitch, that was it! That was freaking it!
No, wait. Those were all things that just slipped out of my mouth was all. I didn't really mean to say any of those things to your mom then.
Too late for that excuse. I'm gonna give you that condo I just bought by the station so you can live there all on your own.
I don't want to. I may have a lot more money than most women my age, but my income is nowhere near as good as yours. You know more than I do that there's no way I can live there on my own. I'm going to have to pay at least $15,000 a month for the loan, right?
Then I'll go ahead and sell it.
No way, but you just bought a brand new condo. And I already went around and bragged to my family and friends and people at work about it.
We'll talk some more about the divorce tomorrow. Make sure to bring your best pen to sign all of the paperwork for this divorce with.
August, I'm so sorry for all of that. I will apologize to you so much more after today, so please help me. I want to get married to Fred again.
The divorce papers have already been handed in as far as I've been told.
I heard that the restaurant you went and brought us to was far more famous than I thought, and that the condo you were giving us is close to $1.2 million in value right now. I never thought that someone like you could have a place like that and take us to a restaurant as famous as the one you've chosen. I've learned how not to judge a book by its cover. I am so very sorry about the things I said.
Don't you worry about it. It's true that I am a stingy old bitch like you called me before. Some simple old hag that could never understand fine dining like you.
That's not true at all. I am so sorry about calling you that before. I want to be friends with you again and have you help me, please.
You're asking for the impossible, though. If you've learned that you misunderstood me a few times there, then please make sure not to make those mistakes again with your next mother-in-law. Now that's all I have to say.
Wait, please. If you're not going to help me, that's fine. But at the very least, could you give me that condo?
Excuse me?
As half of our shared properties. Even if it wasn't for very long, Fred and I were married. And that means we have to split our shared properties in the divorce, right? And I'm going to be getting the condo from him in the divorce.
Liz, are you really saying something like that to me right now?
I sure am. Is there a problem with what I've said?
Yes, sure, he should have to give you half of your guys' shared properties, but the condo is mine. It has nothing to do with the both of you, so you won't be getting it from me. So forget about it, please.
What did you say?
You really have no clue about things like marriage and divorce, do you? Rather, you don't know much about life. You only have rights to the things you owned, and that condo is not one of them. Sorry for somehow getting you all confused there.
No way. Then where the hell am I supposed to go and live from now on? I just left my job and everything too.
What? You went and quit that job you had worked so hard at and were making great money from?
I did it in secret. It's not like I ever liked working. I was only doing it because I wanted more money to splurge with. And after getting married to a director like Fred, I knew I'd never need to work again. So I went and quit my job not too long after we married.
But now you're a divorced woman, right?
And that's why I'm in a lot of trouble now. I can't even think about being unemployed and not having a place to live. I really love spending money, which means I don't have any savings at all right now.
Well, that sucks. You have a lot of problems on your plate, but I'm not going to help with them. So I wish the best for you, and goodbye.
What? That's all you have to say to me? You're not going to lend me some of your money or help me out in any other way, August?
Why would I ever help my son's ex-wife out? I'm sure life will be tough without a house or a job, but in order to never become a stingy old hag like me, make sure to spend all the money you can making your Instagram look good. We all kind of know what happened after, but Liz did try going to my son and lied to him about how she had savings, even though she loved to spend money so much. But in reality, she had nothing at all, and all the money she had earned from her job before quitting was long gone by that point. In a panic, after Fred no longer talked to her, she ran back to the company she had left asking for her job back, but they told her no and turned her away. She has returned back to her parents' home now and is looking for work there. But they live out in the countryside where there are not too many large companies, if any at all. But she couldn't handle not having any money and started working wherever she could, which only led her down even worse paths, as she'd get in trouble at one place, be fired, and moved on to the next.